Oh, that looks not cool. It changes everything. Like this is black and it changed it. Oh my gosh. I like playing with these little features though. So we're just gonna roll with it for fun. If you have visual sensitivity, then you might want to click off of this video, okay? If lights and stuff. We're gonna just get into the reading. I was playing with TikTok. I decided, you know what? Let's just stop playing with karmics and their little tricks and games, and let me just do this. Not that karmics come on here likewise, I get it, but it's a different little flow and vibe there, okay? You can't see the names of people who come on your live and when you do YouTube, so it kind of changes it up a little bit. So anyway, there is some collective of honorable feminines that is recognized in the ethers, okay? Recognized, respected, and there are energies that are upset about that, okay? We have neighbors should have stayed in their place. They have secrets known by the divine ones. We have feminine learns about her magic and her abilities. She's connecting with like-minded people. We have feminine has cleared her path, unbound, unstoppable, unafraid, undeniable. We have two men from feminine's past that used her energy for karmics. Both are or will pay for that. Okay. Now, clarifying, the neighbors should have stayed in their place. There are secrets that are known. I have a podcast in the reverse. You could have known that they were trying to take down your podcast, that they were stealing from your podcast, stalking your podcast, talking shit, had one of their own copying your shit. Okay. With bitch and simp, clarifying, feminine learning about her magic. Feminine could have checked something like, Feminine clearing her path, triggers is coming in the reverse. So whatever ways they were normally maybe able to trigger feminine, maybe that's no longer the case, and maybe that's bugging the fuck out of somebody. Clarifying the two men from the past, we have white tears. Tears of a clown. Okay. We got white tears coming in the reverse. Okay, so somebody losing their privileges. They're holding the phone here. We have stay in your lane in reverse. Somebody could have got chin checked, especially with this narcissist card coming out in the reversed. This is why somebody's mad. Okay, there's some kind of narcissistic injury. Somebody was not respecting boundaries here. Obviously, feminine people were crossing your boundaries to get privileges for other people, and they paid for it. Oh, shit. Shit. Okay. Now, let's get why all honorable beings that are coming in, I hope y'all are doing okay. I counsel hope. May you be well if you are a benevolent being. May you be well. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo. Isn't this fun? Oh, I love this. I love playing with colors and shit like that. Anyway, why is feminine honored, though, in the ethers, the spirit world, sought after, respected? Why? And give me why. And what's got these people so perturbed? Two of Wands is in the reverse. This is something about a choice, an action. Ace of Cups. Feminine chose to love herself. She may be helping people, teaching people about, choosing to choose yourself, to love yourself, or something like that in the ethers, and maybe a warrior of that. She could also be a warrior of like the young. Could also be about what was done to her since she was a child, since she was a baby. And she's been a warrior since then. She's, ooh, child. Because what she did without having no options and choices and shit, because her ass is a badass, You know what I'm saying? She been dealing with shit. Motherfuckers, you know, she had to learn how to love herself. Motherfuckers has been offering her the weird shit and doing weird shit, you know what I'm saying, to her and her children, you know, her whole life. And she been possibly fighting her whole life. And maybe lifetimes and timelines, okay? That could be why she gained some kind of respect there in the ethers. It's like, little shit, what is shit? Shit. Look what the fuck was presented to her ass. Okay, 2 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, 8 of Cups wants to come out in the reverse. Because she's dealt with a lot of emotional immaturity and people beings who try to trap her and not wanting her to walk away onto better things, or people just stuck and kept trying to keep her stuck. So she's a warrior of sorts. Yeah. She's taking some motherfuckers down too. Look at. And the ethers, from that perspective, that's what she's doing. People always coming back to her to, yeah, take her through changes. Ah, look at that. 10 of Swords. This has been lifetimes and generations. Yeah, she's been, yeah, she's the curse breaker. Ace of Cups. Tower in reverse. Wounded warrior. 9 of Wands. She's kept going the path. She's kept going. That's why she's respected. She's kept at it. There it is. And she's just... Nobody cares about this bullshit. These karmic ass. Anyway. She's just got Librian energy coming out with justice. She's dealt with the shadow. See, in this depiction you have, they look different. It's the same person. She's dealt with the shadow. She's faced a lot of shadow beings and energies. She could have figured something out about the Saturn, Moon, loose karmic reincarnation. She could have figured some shit out. She's bringing justice. That's why she's she's fair. Oh, she's fair. I mean, that's the, okay. That's the more simpler answer is, oh, if the justice card is coming out asking such a question, the way I've asked it, she's just. She represents justice. She represents fairness. She can be the executor. She could have, oh, shit. She could be the executor. That could be exactly what the fuck, bitch. Like, oh, so you want to create illusion. You know, because again, it's you want to create illusions. You want to distort people's perception of themselves. You want to karmic mimicry, reincarnate, swappy ruse, swipey switch. Very well, motherfucker. Very well. She's smart. Look at that. She cut off khakis, French braids, and house shoes. Huh? She's seeing something from a higher perspective. She's sitting very high up, and there's an eagle above her head. Okay? And she's thinking very smart, very strategic. She could have a lot of air placement. Maybe that's her oversoul in the ethers. Okay. Cut off khakis. Okay. Yeah. These narcissists. 7 of Pentacles reverse. Emperor reverse. NPC characters. All right, so that's why. Okay, we got that out the way. So now let's go ahead and clarify what's happening with these people, why they perturbed. Okay, now let's go ahead and get who is upset, because not everybody is. So in this reading, who is perturbed that feminine is recognized in the ether world? and respected. Who perturbed? Who all up in their get up? All up in they, even if they ain't acting like it and it's showing it to nobody. Who upset? I have judgment coming in reverse. I think this is water. Is it water? I think it's water energy. Judgment in the reverse, and then Four of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody, a Six of Wands in reverse. What the fuck happened? So we got Aries, Leo, Sag, Virgo, Taurus, Cap, and possibly a water sign. And it came out. It actually comes out. This is somebody who does a lot of domination rituals and spells for those that are into the spell work. Others, this is just a person that likes to confuse people. They like to create chaos, conflict, confusion, and indecision. Because look at birds, birds. Birds. Look at all the heckling. People who like to steal from others, steal energy. They misjudge the situation here. They're upset because they're going to have to let something go. Or they're not going to be able to hold on to or have power and control. This was dishonorable, whatever they did. They're suffering some kind of loss because of what they hid, because of the confusion, because of the indecision here. Who is this person that's angry? I'm trying to see if a court card comes out. Seven of Pentacles is coming out here. This was poor investment. Wants to come in the reverse. This person that was stealing, plotting, planning, scheming. To take every opportunity away from you. Yeah. It's trying to confuse you, keep you blind and confused. Like I said, this is definitely people who do domination or try to hide something. I have an Empress here, Eight of Wands. Could be somebody immature, because the Knight of Wands could be a younger, and this depiction is a woman. Most Knights be men. So when I do, like when pictures come up and they're showing something different, not that it matters, okay? It's an energy. We're asking about who mad. So this could be somebody that they're, it could be a woman, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but a player or somebody that uses sex as a weapon to get power and control over people, to confuse people about who they really are, and confuse people about situations and stuff like that. Sex is one of the most powerful spells you can do without even looking like a spell. In fact, most of the spells that people are doing out here, they don't think it's spells. Okay, the people anyway that they're casting upon don't think that it is, and that works for them. Okay. Could also be somebody's baby mama, because somebody's pregnant here. It could be someone's baby mother or mother with anger problems. Okay. Air, fire, earth. We got every element, so it really doesn't matter. But this could be someone younger than the collective with the Knight. Okay. Could be. This could also just be somebody that was siphoning, hiding that they were siphoning or some shit like that. You and your children. Clarify the Knight. Yep, family. A family member for some of you. It's a family member for some of you. Death. Oof, Page of Swords is in the reverse. They were hiding that they were stalking y'all. Yeah, it fell on top of Two of Swords. They're upset that they can't keep you blind and confused about the fact that they were stalking you this whole time, following you this whole time, siphoning you this whole time, you know, stealing from you this whole time. Causing losses for you. This could also be spreading lies and rumors, because Six of Wands in the upright is honor and recognition. So they hid the fact that they were stalking and spreading lies and rumors about you. Could have been saying you were a hoe. Could have been saying you were just somebody that's, you know, a fickle. A Knight of Wands can be fickle, just chasing, yeah. And in fact, the truth is this could be this energy, and they're mad because something is changing. They're not going to be able to do something the same way anymore. Yep, Knight of Cups is in the reverse. And what options that they have? Stalking you to fuck with your options. Stalking you to block your options, stalking you to steal your options, stalking you to cause confusion and illusion around situations here. And okay, there it is. The cycle's closed. Because I'm trying to pick up what they're so upset about here. This person did not want to close out a cycle. They wanted to keep creating endings for you, but they did not want to close out cycles of interfering and creating losses for you. This person is now being looked upon. They hid. They're mad because this spell work is being looked at as dishonorable. What they've been doing to you in your life. Spell work and high-level manipulation. And possibly that their stuff is not working anymore. Or is working against them. Magician is in the reverse. Something backfired. What happened? Yep, Justice in the upright. Stuff is starting to backfire. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, it's starting to backfire. Yeah, somebody's sick. They have said something's being laid to rest. What they were doing was disgusting. And people are starting to find out to cause you tiredness and sickness, doing stuff to hurt you and your family. Could be your own mother. Five of Swords. Ooh, there's a defeat. So they're upset because what happened? It's too late to apologize. Queen of Wands hit the floor in the reverse. Oh, a Queen of, there it is. A Queen of Wands hit the floor in the reverse, which is an Aries, Leo, Sag, but that represents, for me, a distorted practitioner. Someone, if they are into the practice, then when it comes out that way, that tells me they are in distortion. They're distorted. Okay. Woo! They sick or something like that, or something is coming to an end with them, and it's too late to apologize, because I hear it's too late to apologize, because yeah, you ruin people's lives. People treat me out with that shit. Okay, 10 years, you're sorry for what? 10 years, 20 years of shit, you're sorry for what? Okay, come on, man. Come on. Sorry for sending people with mental illness to do spell work, to do dishonor, because that's what also this represents. Other people with mental illness. That's likened unto themselves, because that's, they do, multiply. Mm, mm, mm. Clarify, why are they upset over here with this neighbors? They gotta let something go. What are they upset about? Yep, Knight of Pentacles is going into the reverse. They are definitely experiencing endings and breakups, and people no longer wanting to be loyal to them anymore, or starting to look at them as somebody not even worth investing in, or they're disloyal people. Because the Knight of Pentacles reverse, somebody that's stubborn, there's regression, there's no understanding about loyalty or anything of that nature. They're cheat, they'll do shit, they'll interfere with people's shit, just disloyal. They don't understand that whole, they're loyal to whatever's going to serve their cause. They don't understand loyalty to relationships. That's clarifying neighbors that should have stayed in their place because their secrets are known by honorable ones. This could also be the pentacles is slowing down. So if it's material based, this could be, you know, their money is starting to slow down and people are starting to not look at them as worth investing in, that they misjudged the situation, and letting go of whatever this podcast, if they had any such things, that could be taking some kind of a hit because of whatever they did to y'all. Especially if they were just stealing. Why are they so upset about feminine learning about magic? Oh. Because it fell on Four of Swords, Page of Cups. In the reverse, King of Wands. Wow. In the reverse, somebody's scared. Chin check. What? Some got put to rest. Hangman in reverse. What the fuck? You're liberated or free from something. These bullies, yeah, you're healed, or you know how to heal or something like that. You know how to heal from chaos and conflict, or they can't keep, because even now they're trying to like send energy, but it's not, something is different. It's something is increasingly changing. If you are watching this video, feminine, they're hitting you when you're watching it. Literally. Like, not literally physically, but if, like I said, these are practitioners and stuff like that, are just major concentrated haters. Like they're swim fan. I'm gonna keep saying swim fan, single white female, single black. That's the vibe. And that's the truth. Because if you're obsessing with somebody that damn much, you know what I'm saying, everything that they're doing, that's, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So when you come on, if you have content, you know what I'm saying, and even if you don't, like I said, if you're watching this video and you finna do, chances are in that moment, they send in some energies, bitch, okay? But they're upset that they can't keep you stuck or that you're celebrating Three of Cups and healing and moving on and moving forward. Eight of Wands quite rapidly. Maybe that's, yeah, I saw the sun. Maybe this on the internet. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The wheel is turning. You're moving on from these misfortunes and these betrayals. You're turning your back. Ten of Swords is here on all of these betrayals here. Moving away from these betrayals. As you see how they hoovering over you with the birds. Again, these monitoring spirits. that's been hoovering you. And even with them hoovering you and surrounding you, you're still empowered. All that yellow, you're moving on. Okay? Three of Cups, they're upset that maybe they're not going to be able to keep you stuck or in chaos for their celebrations and shit. You know, they're not going to be able to keep you. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? Okay. Feminine cleared her path. Obviously, that, I mean, it's in the statement. But what really have them bothered by this the most? She's cleared her path. She is unstoppable. She's unbound. She's unafraid. And she's undeniable. Okay. We know that that goes against what they desire. But what has them most pissed? Uh-oh. Well, I got Gemini coming in the reverse. I got the Lovers in the reverse. This could be they can't interfere with your love life. They can't keep you imbalanced. They can't keep you stuck to a karmic lover. That, you know, some people aren't going to be able to have like this revolving door. They want to keep you in a karmic loop with them, a revolving door of BS for some of you. This could also represent siblings. The Lovers is partnerships too. They ain't gonna be able to siphon off of you. Yeah, they're not gonna be able to keep wounding you for kibbles and bits, Nine of Wands. They're not gonna be able to keep you in some kind of wounded energy so that they can continue to siphon and make money and feel like they're a winner. Because some people only feel good, feminine, when you're not doing good. That is the saddest statement, but this is, yeah. They can only feel strong, powerful, accomplished, all that badass, wonderful, on top of the world, you know, all that, if you are not, which should be screaming to the world that there's something imbalanced in these people. It should. It should. Like, the motherfucker don't know how to be happy and successful without somebody else. That's, some might classify a practitioner, a medical professional might classify that as a Machiavellian. The dark triad, the sadist, because that's, it sounding a little some kind of way. Yeah, they're upset that they're not going to be able to keep causing endings for you, that they're not going to be able to keep sending death and causing over and over and over again, or that this has come to a close. You have gone through some type of an actual rebirth. Can't keep trying to kill you where these pine trees are and hide it and shit, so nobody don't know that's what the fuck they were doing. So to the boondocks, and we'll pretend like we don't understand what the fuck is happening. Yep, there's the world here. You, with the death and the world, you definitely went through a rebirth. And that's really, yeah, that's not working for them. Clarified death, yeah, your future is bright. Okay, Three of Wands. You're making choices. Your future is bright. You're moving on. You have options and choices. You're making a choice to move on. Taking what you got. You're facing your fears. The moon is in the reverse. The illusion is over. You know what they did last summer. I know what you did last summer. You know what they did the last 10 years. Fuck last summer. Yeah, you're smart. Look at this. This has been many moons, but they have been doing shit for many moons. You see all them moons doing spell work on that ass. That shit is over, because what happened is it provoked some kind of transformation for you, and you're developed. You're mastering something now. They can't stop your mastery. anymore. Yeah, Temperance is in the reverse. Yeah. Doing work on you to cause disruption and trying to take out the earth angel. Huh? You and your churn. Trying to steal your healing and create. Yeah, that's over with. And now they're in some kind of sickness or imbalance. Eight of Pentacles. Why are they so mad about the Eight of Pentacles? They're going through the dark night. I was waiting for it. They're provoked. Yep, I was waiting for it. Because it may take a trillion years, but that's where it always ends. At some point, it's a force. It's one that's forced in a volatile way. Because of the resistance. I mean, volatile. When people are hell-bent on, it's like, and it's very well then. And everybody pays. Okay, they'll have you to thank for that. Okay. So it's because, again, these are people who won't leave feminines alone. They can't leave. The reptilians is wrapped good and tight around that ass. They won't stop trying to kill, in some cases. Trigger warning. They won't stop trying to cause imbalance and sickness, trying to cause even mental health. They're trying to, because it's a projection of, whoa, that's another message right there. Mic drop. Damn. They won't stop trying to cause mental issues because it's a projection of themselves mentally ill. Good gravy, God. Because it's what they feel inside. If you all can follow that train of thought, it's going to help you to understand what I'm saying. I don't care what the airs they're putting on for everybody. Something about them know they ain't right somewhere. They know. They know. And they running from it. Narcissists create what? An alternate. If you do your studies, they know. So they have to create, and then they need to project that. They got to vomit the other stuff. And so the abuse behind the scene is to create. It's a vomit of what it is that they are. And so then they can say this person is that, but that person may have the symptoms of it, but it's not the same. They have the symptoms of, due to abuse, the symptoms of, but they're not crazy. It's a vast difference. They actually nuttier than a fruitcake. Because they're going around doing this type of stuff to folks. Okay? Innocent folks. Hoovering the collective, trying to assume their lives. What kind of regular person do that? I want somebody to answer the question. And stop playing around and just get honest for 5 minutes and stop being excited about you get you an Escalade and some Walmart gift cards, bitch. And, if you could put that down for 2 seconds and ask the real questions, what kind of motherfucker? Trying to assume someone else's life. Who does that? Who wants that? Who does that? You mean tell me they're regular? Let me hurry up. Because I got some people to handle in a few minutes. Yeah, you're a Queen of Swords. They're upset because you can see. And you'll see from a high perspective something coming and you'll be able to like cut out something, okay? And that's like taking them off. The Queen of Swords could be upset, or they could just be upset that you're in that vibe. nothing. The bitch better get out your energy if she wanna make it. Yeah, that you see these betrayals, that you see, you know all about all these betrayals for 10 years. Like I said, for some of you, for 10 years. Stopping your wishes fulfillment, 9 of Cups in reverse, about their 10 years of selfishness, their 10 years of plotting to ruin you over and over again, to keep you in this state of constantly needing to heal. You know that that it was manufactured. You no longer are believing and buying the hype. You know what it is. You know it wasn't natural life events. You know that it wasn't nothing inherently wrong with you. You know they had shit to do with no spirituality and religion. You know it had everything to do with they nuttier than a fruit crate, and they done fucked around. And hooked up with people who believe in human sacrifice, and starting with the family members that's been into it, and then morphed into everywhere they could fucking infest. Going around infesting places and shit. It's a fucking plague. People will never be the same again because of their ass. It ain't ever gonna be the same for these motherfuckers. Ever. And that's the legacy they left. Their legacy is fucking up towns and shit. Going places and infesting their authority figures in this. Infesting their asses and shit. And the motherfucker around, they got the nasty ones. They got bit. Won't ever be the same, ever. And they don't even care. Let me get out of there, because they don't care. Whoever these people, they don't care. They don't care. At the end of the day, they miserable inside. And if they gonna suffer and lose, they don't care nothing about nobody taking no fall, nobody and their kids. They don't care about none of that shit, yo. They don't care. Queen of Cups, they're upset because you're intuitive and you're tapped in. This could also be you're surrendering to your oversoul. You know, you're balancing out your emotions. You're getting some kind of a new beginning after what your family did to you. 10 of Cups in reverse. 10 years of interfering with your new beginnings. 10 years of interfering with your love life. Fucking your lovers, for some of you. Whore. They're whores. Man whores and lady whores. Don't y'all be mad at the language. Why are people so touchy? I don't get it. Are we more mad at the language than we are the behavior? Is something I'm just wanting to put out there, just on a GP. Are we more offended and off-put by the language than we are the fact that people's family members and stuff like that, or close or friends, be fucking their lovers? Which one are we more bothered by? Are we even bothered, you know, the ones that be siphoning energy from youngsters, from incestuous? Yeah, I'm going there. Are we more bothered by the fact that somebody is calling it Val, calling it and speaking it out, or are we actually offended? Because a lot of people ain't even fucking offended by the behavior. They bypass that. They bypass the target or the victim of the foul behavior, and then they hone in on and highlight on the person that's got guts and balls and moxie. to stand up and say, this trash bitch and these motherfuckers is doing shit. That's gonna hurt them later. Let's keep on moving. Real bad. Yeah. The trash bitch, trash dude is doing baneful work, taking out their narcissism on disabled people. Yeah, the one that you got up there high on a pedestal. The one that you say is a good woman. A good man. They're upset feminine is getting a new beginning. Ace of Wands. Yeah. They're upset that feminine is intuitive. With this Queen of Cups, High Priestess, Ace of Wands, shit, you stepping into your oversoul, your higher self. You're following your intuition. You know what these people have been doing. Okay, clarify over here. Why are they upset on this side? With the two men. Queen of Swords is in the reverse. Two of Cups. Huh? Somebody getting cussed the fuck out. These people are abusive. Yeah, strong. Somebody could be standing. You could be standing. You know what I'm saying? Ooh-wee. Yeah, defeated. Five of Swords. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Good gravy, God. Somebody lost a job. A Queen of Swords in reverse girl lost a job. This may be different than a Queen of Wands reverse. Because see, we have a Queen of Swords reverse and we have a Queen of Wands reverse that's on the floor. Yeah, her whole ass gonna be on the floor. Real, yeah. Especially, yeah. On a collective scale, especially the trash that's playing in disabled people's energy, you can bank on it, baby. Their ass is gonna be on the floor. If they not already. They finna be on the floor. Somebody feel defeated because there's gossip about this person's stubbornness. It could be gossip about their bullying ways with this Leo energy, with strength here. How they had people coming together to make, do shit to you to cause you to lose your job possibly, or to cause just people in general in the pentacles, in the world, in the material realm to work against you, to not work with you, or to stop you from being able to basically build. Because the Three of Pentacles is in the upright. It's about building. It's about collaboration and working to build. It's building. Okay? So, by gossip, they could have did smear campaign, lies, rumors, everything to stop, to get people to do it on top of spell work here. Air magic. A lot of it. Okay? And so now they're upset because some of them could have got cut out. They could have lost a relationship, but they could also lost a job. Because I'm asking, why are they mad? Three of Pentacles in the reverse. People may not no longer want to work with them anymore. Here's the world. There's definitely an ending. They mad about some kind of ending. What's ended for them with the Three of Pentacles reverse in the world? Because they mad. Queen of Swords reverse. They mad right now. I don't be understanding how people gonna be mad when they be doing stuff. That trips me out, yo. That trips me out. Yeah, they got a message. I'm sorry. We regret to have to inform you. Knight of Cups reverse. That's a message. I'm sorry. We regret to have to inform you that we're going to have to let you go. And if it's not work related, then this is a breakup. Because Knight of Cups in the upright is dating, friendships, partnerships. In the reverse is, yeah, this is not going to work out any further. Why were they given that message? Yeah, Eight of Swords is in the reverse. Somebody People see something clearly about a situation and they don't condone interfering. They don't condone using, if it's work related, they don't condone, they don't tolerate, they don't believe in and agree with people abusing their positions and resources and power in a business sector for interfering in their personal matters, using that to get campaigns going. So that's what that person could have got told. Yeah, that's not okay, and we don't know. We ain't trying to have legal troubles and problems. This could be something bad because you don't know how to separate your personal life from your work life. We don't tolerate that. We all have our beliefs. We don't use our prejudices against our customers, our clients, we don't use our friendships. We don't do that. A relationship, somebody just got free, got out of their head and said, I'm done with this. I'm not stuck on you no more. I'm not gonna let you interfere with my life no more. I'm done. And for some of you, they're upset because they're not gonna be able to interfere, okay, with these things. I just saw a King of Cups in the upright. Wasn't expecting that. Good gravy God. Now I got a Queen and King of Cups both in the upright. Oh, motherfuckers. And then look, I got a King and King of Wands. Interesting. I got a King and Queen of Wands in the reverse that's getting that ass. And then I got a King and Queen of Cups in the upright. Oh, they could have told them, the people could have had told the people like, yeah, we don't, you and your situation. Because you mad, because you'll, you know. Oh boy. Yeah, karma. Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. Good gravy God. Yeah, this is called, Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this could cost us. They could be upset because a King of Cups could have mentioned something. But there's definitely, this is a fight. The jealousy, the competition could have exposed something here. Because it's crazy, it's out of hand. About Aries. Yeah, and how the people were angry. And maybe they did something out of anger or quick without thinking, Knight of Swords, and how people were, somebody's angry family member, Four of Wands, decided to come for that person's stability, housing, money, family. Coming for basically feminine, her children, and a livelihood. Because of him. Something, he could, so these people are mad because somebody lost their job, and then somebody else could have been mad in the past because they lost their job due to something getting exposed, and that they had in their networks and connects to basically ruin the collective's lives. And this got exposed, and this caused some people to lose their jobs even further because it was revealed that that's, Anywho, let me get going because I got some stuff I gotta handle here. I sure do. Yes, sir. Final messages, sure do. It's Friday. We're gonna have ourselves a good time, and I'm gonna have myself a good clearing. And somebody else is gonna have some other things. Ooh, there you go. That's the stuff. Let's get some final messages. final messages of encouragement is, well, you all are empowered and stay empowered, and they can do nothing about this. Your reputation is being cleared. You're being put in proper, things are being put in order here. Okay, this whole thing, attack on your reputation, all this bullshit, okay? Now, the karmics, as they persist with their shenanigans, their final energy, or what they're going to be in, if they're not already, for refusing to be embarrassed about their behavior, for being shameless. Yeah, for being shameless, they're about to be mad. Yeah, they're about to be livid. For shamelessly doing the things that they've done. Yeah, mad. Yeah, for being mean to disabled people. They may, let me leave that alone. Ooh. Child, they might be being watched and not know it, so something may be finna happen to them. Yeah. They're about to end up getting tired for trying to tire out these disabled people. And they're going to have something to worry about. Yeah, trying to make the collective worry. Yeah. Ooh, child. Yeah, they're going to feel confused. Or if it's trying to confuse the situation here by attacking disabled people and stuff like that, for trying to stop your happiness, they're about to have bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. They're going to feel tired and lonely here soon. Dissatisfied, joyful, going into the reverse. And you know what? I don't even want to say this one because I'm just going to say, as I've been trying to teach about, it's like, it's ludicrous to believe that you can torture someone else's disabled offspring and think that yours is going to stay happy, safe, and secure. That's not wisdom, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. It's not wisdom. That's not sound thinking to think you can participate. Let me rephrase that. Let me cancel even addressing them. Delete, they're not worth talking to. Collective, it is ill-advised for these people. But that's the delusion, that's the mental illness. It's also because they've gotten away with things. And so that's the tricky thing. At least they feel this way. Nothing has happened, at least they believe. Nothing has happened thus far, so what do you mean I can't? But then when it all piles up and it happens, then everybody's looking like, what? It's like, yeah, you didn't think any of that would come back ever? You didn't invest 10 years of basically being a terrorist to disabled people. You didn't think any of it was going to ever come to you and your household? For real? For real? They didn't think any of that? Yeah. That's not intelligence. Okay, stay empowered. Continue to empower yourself. Yeah, you're doing this shit, girl. Guy, girl, you're doing this shit. From these distorted doulas. You're clearing out the shit from these distorted doulas, these distorted water signs here. It says the alchemist. You doing it, girl. Guy, girl. You doing it. You're tapped in with earth. You may be just doing shit. Bombshell. Got a lot of earth energy coming out. Virgo, Taurus. Sagittarius, you might be about to travel here. I see an airplane. Somebody might be going to travel to you. North Node, you're in your North Node. Empowerment, boom, bitch. That's what I'm talking about. Huh? It's on. It's on. You're finna get away from these crazy, these crazy doulas in reverse, these karmic doulas. In other words, nurse ratchets. Y'all know the story about Nurse Ratchet, right? Poison. Ninth house coming out. Okay. Yeah, whatever, you're finna start something afresh. 12th house. Something anew and afresh here. Something could have started in December. Dealing with the subconscious, dreams, karma, baggage, unseen, healing, spiritual development, Akashic records. There you go. Yeah, some of you tapped into the Akashic records to do some things. Yep, your reputation. So we have the 12th house, the 10th house. And the 6th house. Look at this, craft, your crafts. Especially with that alchemist here, what people are doing. Yeah, you're an alchemist. People that was trying to stop you from having connections, relationships, and stop proper actions and stuff. Leo, a lover here. Maybe getting a lover. Y'all maybe finna get a lover here. Because we had the lover coming out. We had the lover. And now we got Pisces, the mystic, coming out. There's some opportunity that's about to present itself. It said opportunity. Encouragement. Final encouraging messages here. North Node is the lead, or I think Alchemist is the lead. Empowerment, Alchemist, North Node, 12th house. Aquarius, innovation. This is fascinating. Leo, Aquarius, Pisces, Virgo. Oh, feelings. Somebody's got feelings. Taurus, what the hell? How many y'all might got? Listen, some of y'all may got a few options here of love, and some of y'all is partnerships. Love, partnerships, friendships. That's presenting, allowing. If y'all on top of Pisces, interesting. Interesting. Complexity is going into the reverse. Whew, finally, bitch. Whew. So whatever is happening is going to uncomplicate your life. Is going to clear up a lot of this yucky shit. Okay? All right, that's it. Feminine is recognized in the ethers. When you see this video, you have people attacking you left and right, but you've grown quite used to it. And you've had people attacking your children. But the tide, this is changing. There's lots that's shifting up. People are paying for this stuff. You are executing stuff. Your team is executing stuff. And that's the way this is going to go. People need to learn how to take responsibility. It's funny how they preach that about you. But when it comes to them facing, like, you know what you were doing. They know what they were doing, collective. All these people. And when stuff starts to happen to them, then because they do not know how to self-reflect, or they refuse to take accountability, they still blame shift. It's still the other person's fault. It's never, this happened because I shouldn't have used my personal work for my personal vendettas. I shouldn't use my work for my personal vendettas. I shouldn't have done that. I should have been a professional. That needs to be what I swallow with honor. I need to swallow that and take that like a badge. I need to hold that like I did that. I did it. And it's on me, because if I would have kept it separate, this wouldn't even be a conversation. If I would have made sure, this wouldn't be a conversation. I wouldn't have put myself in a compromising position. I wouldn't have put my family in a compromising position. I wouldn't have put a whole lot of people in a compromising position of exposure had I had my own emotions in check. My own personal bents, my religious and philosophical views, my spiritual views, the fact that I dated somebody, married somebody, whatever, my greed, my desire. If I would have separated that from my professional world, this wouldn't be a conversation. I wouldn't be under investigation. This person wouldn't be under investigation. This person wouldn't be under investigation. We are to blame. But that's too much. That's too sound. It's the fault of the truth speaker and the truth seeker as far as these types of folks are concerned.